Welcome, Team OG viewers. Big Papa here. Big Papa OG. Live and direct from Uruguay, South America. Yeah, it's pretty odd listening to a gringo talk. No habla español. No, it's not great anyway. I mean, I know Spanish. It's just horrible. Anyway, so what I want to talk about today is consistency, right? So one of the most important things in achieving your goals with anything really is consistency. But I want to talk specifically about health and nutrition and also about competition. So doing competitive sports, competitive bodybuilding, I should say, actually is probably one of the toughest sports there is. All sports need some type of physical training and bodybuilding to support its endeavors, right? To whereas bodybuilding doesn't really need anybody else. And this includes, your wellness divisions, your bikini, your men's physique, men's classic, all the categories that they've added over the years, which they didn't have when I first started out, right? So these are all sports. They're kind of a selfish sport. They are, and so you kind of say, why do we need a team? Well, I'll tell you why you need a team, right? You need a team because you can pull from a lot of other like-minded individuals when you're getting to that stopping point or that frustration point or that plateau and you just can't push past it. You can pull from one of your team members, right? Even though it's a solo sport, every one of those people are going through the same thing you are. And that's why it's important. So consistency, right? So for me, one of the most important things that I can stress to everyone out there is that you need to have your meals at the same time. You need to try to drink water consistently around the same time throughout the entire day. You want to go training at the same time. You want to have your rest days the same days. I mean, everything kind of needs to be on a schedule and everything needs to be just so. You'll find out that when you've achieved that everything is going to pay off because you just beat the horse to death, right? You just keep going, you keep going, you keep going. You're going to get results. Now, if you're doing the wrong thing consistently, you'll notice that too, right? And that's where a coach comes in. So if I have you doing a consistent diet, consistent training, consistent recovery protocols, and stuff's not working, well, that's when I can evaluate it. Because sometimes you as an individual, you don't notice it really. Or you just get caught into that groove to where you're just kind of going and rolling with the punches, right? So having a coach to kind of look at you and guide you and evaluate your physique, evaluate your numbers, and make sure everything is going in the right direction that you want it to be, well, that's what I'm here for. I'm just going to tell you a few things. I hear a lot of excuses from people. They say, well, my work doesn't allow me to, I work too much, or I travel too much, or I really can't follow a diet 100%, or people will call me or write to me and they'll say, yeah, I want to get in shape, or I want to compete, but I don't want to eat every 3 hours, or I don't want to eat chicken breast only, or I don't want to eat vegetables, or do I have to eat this 6 meals a day, or this and that? Well, look, you don't have to do anything, but if you want to be a competitive bodybuilder, a competitive bikini, competitive wellness, or competitive men's physique, or men's classic, or any of the other divisions, you got to be consistent. You got to diet, and you got to stay straight. Right? Not everyone has these magic genetics. Matter of fact, I prefer to work with people that aren't born with just a gift of wonderful genetics. And the reason is because I try to show them that anything's possible as long as you work hard. Finding that individual who's willing to work hard, though, that's unique. Thankfully, on Team OG, I got a bunch of good people right now within the team that are very hard workers, that are very diligent, and are showing us to be very consistent. If they can just stay the course, you're going to see some really exciting things coming out of Team OG next year, right? So, I'm going to tell you how to do some time management, right? So if you want things bad enough, you're going to make them happen. Give me an example, so I work overseas. I'm in the oil and gas industry. Obviously, Team OG is not my sole source of income, right? I would like for it to be, right? But right now, it's just not that way. it's more of a passion for me, and I'll say I want to help people. And I also like to see people achieve their goals and help them achieve their goals. But when I worked overseas, I worked shift work, 12, 13 to 16 hours a day, depending on the travel to and from work. And it gets pretty hectic, right? But everything you do, you're always going to need a break, right? And for me, to power down a meal, it only took me about 5 to 10 minutes max, right? Now, you look at that over 6 meals in the course of a 12-hour shift. All right, so you're looking at 1 hour out of that whole day, right? And it's meaning that even during my lunch break, I was not really doing a lunch. I either take a nap or I continue working. But I found a way, right? And if I was in a remote location where people say, oh, you just can't find the food, well, I made sure I brought food with me. You can bring potted meats with you, tuna and chicken. You can bring nuts, you can bring different oils. All of that stuff in combination is going to get you what you want to get, achieve your goals. Same thing with trying to find like a really powerful supplement that can give you all your vegetable needs and vitamin needs in a day. That can actually substitute if you're in a position somewhere to where you can't get fresh fruit and vegetables. And it's a nice hardcore green supplement, power supplement. I find that to be one of the workarounds and staying consistent. So yeah, I mean, if you're going to sign up with me and you're going to be on TLG, I'm going to know right away if you're not following the course. I've had people in the past say, I'm doing everything on the diet, but I'm just not losing weight, or I'm just not getting bigger, or I'm just not getting lean. Well, I'll tell you what, it's because you're not following the diet, 100%, or you're not following the supplementation protocol. So, if you follow everything to the T, it's going to work. It's going to absolutely work, 100%. You just got to be consistent. So what are you waiting for? Get off the couch, turn off the Netflix, put down the gaming, contact me, get a hold of me. All the social platforms are there, they're listed. You know what to do. Be your best you. Papa OG out.